And then you just take let the water pull the lighter stuff off. Keep shaking it.
Because you're never going to get a nugget that size anyways, right?
No.
So these ones have drain holes in the bottom? These pans that you have?
No.
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 Oh, okay.
No, you don't want any holes in them.
Okay. So you just slowly use the water to get the larger material out by keeping the smaller material in the bottom as best you
Right.
can.
Anything heavy will go to the bottom if you shake it and swirl it around. And I'm obviously not a pro, but I've done it before.
So the lighter material is getting ejected from the pot, swept into the water.
Yeah.
The heavy material is settling down to the bottom
Right.
layer. So you just do this repetitively until you're just left with this tiny little layer on the bottom,
Yeah.
and you inspect it for anything.
Yeah, I'll show you. This is weird because I've never seen red sand before.
Yeah, it's the heavy stuff.
What would make the red out? What do you think? Iron?
No, what was that red rock we saw up there?
Kind of a garnet, like...
Garnet type stuff, yeah.
Oh.
Crushed garnet, maybe. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Let's see, let me see, these are rocks or anything. Some quartz.
What is it?
Quartz.
Quartz?
And a lot of times gold is, gold comes up with the molten quartz.
So it's inlaid with the quartz, so you got to look for it to see if there's any like little lines of gold in it.
Yeah.
And is the atomic weight of fool's gold, is that pretty close to the atomic weight of gold? No, it's not.
So fool's gold would have panned out by now?
Yeah.
Because this lighter weight?
Oh, I mean, you might have some in there, but you can tell fool's gold because it floats.
It floats in there. So it'd be floating right now in that
Yeah.
instead of sinking down the bottom.
Yeah, you'd see it all over the place.
So is that dark reddish, maroonish stuff? Is that, you think, garnet material?
I think it potentially, that's a good explanation. It's like crushed garnet, you know? Just
yeah,
like
it's an
these rocks.
interesting color.
Yeah. Usually when you're in a stream bed, so what you do is you take it, swirl it like this, and get off. And what you'll start to see is if there's any gold or silver in it, it'll be up. You'll start to see it here.
It won't be swirling. It'll just be kind of in place.
Yeah, set in there.
And then they use a sucker bottle, is that right? To get it?
Sniffer bottle.
What's that?
Snuffer bottle.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Snuffer?
Yeah, see, there's nothing in there. Well, these little small particles here could be something.
I can see it. It's just tiny little small, shiny
Yeah.
particles.
But they're so small, even if it was gold or silver, they're really hard to recover without mercury. It doesn't look like there's anything like that. But that red sand is really interesting.
So those garnets are semi-precious, right? Or no? I mean...
They're just rare. I don't know if they're worth a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't know if they're kind of like crystal, you know.
But you said there's like a place where you can get the garnets,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, you get them like what we're doing now, and then you can take them and have them finished in custom design at any jewelry.
See, some of the garnets that got loose from wherever the mother lode is at, or the supply is at, and all these rocks just crushed them, and now you've got red sand, I think, instead of black sand. You know?
That's right, Larry?
Yeah, you bet.
All right. Well, thanks, Larry, for the lesson in how to pan for precious metals out of a stream bed.
That's how I do it.
That's how you do it. Yeah. Well, that's a good system because you got down to the very bottom layer on it.
Yeah.